Someone's just asked, how do we find our identity, know who we are? Where do we fit in? I think the best way to find our identity is to know who we are in Christ. We're a uniquely designed part of His body, His purpose, His will. And if you'll understand that you've been designed to fulfill His purpose. Now, He cares about the purposes you care about. God cares about your vision. God really does care about your dreams. As a matter of fact, everything that's beautiful and great and exciting to you, the Creator created that. That's why it's beautiful. That's why it's attractive. That's why it's exciting. And nothing the world has can really compete with it. So you're taking the greatness of God oftentimes to find excitement, fulfillment, and meaning. And the thing you got to understand is, if you don't find your identity in the Father, His family, and in Christ, with Christ in you, then you will not know how to respond to all the beauty and the gifts that God's given you, as well as the opportunity, and those blessings can become a distraction, an unhealthy attraction. It can actually become destructive. It can fascinate and assassinate. So you've got to understand that the greatest things in life, the most attractive, appealing things in life, are actually the beautiful things that have been made into an idol that captures our heart, moves us into a false sense of identity, moves us into what I would call point zero, point meaningless, trying to find it. As a matter of fact, you'll often find, I got to escape to another place. I got to get high. Why are people excited about some marijuana drug? What is it you want to escape to get so high when the highest of all has invited you to be lifted by His presence and His power, and you abiding in Him and Him abiding in you is the way you find the only truth and life that leads to freedom and a truly meaningless, what Jesus called, abundant living. So if you want identity, make your identity with Christ. Our son answered some ministers the other night that said, "What's your legacy, James?" And our son, sitting there, thought for a few moments, wondered what he'd say. He said, "The legacy that's been left with us is Christ." Christ. It was like a moment when everyone was breathless, including me and Betty, as we listened. Yes, the legacy, if we could leave behind life, meaning, is in Christ. That's the key.